What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you.
Shut the fuck up.
I wasn't.
I know. I'm mentally preparing myself to do the intro. Hello! Welcome to... What the fuck is this gonna be?
Welcome to Heard From Our
This
Friend.
is
This
12.
is episode 12.
It is
For your
episode
favorite
12.
idiots.
Yes, it is. Welcome.
You could just bleep us and say 11 now.
Why?
Because we said 11 last time.
Oh, right. So technically, episode 11.
No, because episode 11 released today. Oh, yesterday, I mean.
I thought today... Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
So within that, so that this one would be 13 then, because we have one
this
pending.
Is 12. Yeah, last week the one that recorded was 12, which will now be 13. Okay, so this is 12. Hello! Welcome to episode 12. Thank you for sticking with us for the math of that bullshit. Anyway, welcome back. We are here to talk another fucking hour and whatever amount of time it is that we decide to go. This might be a pretty lengthy episode. We'll see exactly how much we go for, but yeah, welcome back.
We're here to make your day at work a little less
your day at work, your day on the toilet,
unalivable.
Your what?
Work is fucking killer.
Okay.
It's boring sometimes.
Did you say unalivable though?
Don't you just
unlivable?
Aren't
is that what you
like
said?
unalivable, like unalive? You know, unaliving yourself. That's a different way of saying.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I know what bit you're going.
Well,
with
I'm just
now,
saying,
yeah.
like, work is like so mind-numbingly boring or shitty that you're just like, I wish I could just end it all right here, right now.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
I wish
So
I could
we're here to
Kurt Cobain
change and take away that urge, or maybe help it. I don't know.
The urge
of what?
Of doing said thing, or
splooging.
For the love of God.
Sure, or just doing drugs.
I didn't think that me saying that was gonna lead to like a fucking discussion.
Well, because never mind. I don't care. Anyway, I have some things prepared. Obviously, some major news going on in kind of like our realm ish
Space.
where where we Twitch shit. But we'll get to that later. For now, we're gonna start with one thing that I saw, and I was really thinking about this. I think we've had this conversation before, not on podcast, but in life in general. So I saw a video of some dude. He's a caretaker, and
Caretaker, as in
he spends his whole time
with his mom.
With his mom, as far as I know, but his mom is like completely like she can't. She's basically, she can't move. Like, she needs help to do everything. So that's literally like moving her in the bed and what's it called? Helping her get to the table so that she can eat, even help to eat, stuff like that. So obviously, like, kudos to the guy. Great, like, for taking care of with your mom and other people who do that for a living or whatever the fuck. But I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I feel like we've had the conversation whether or not would we mind getting to that point, because like I don't think that I'd be super comfortable with it. Obviously, we make the jokes
like
this is where you want
like us being a caretaker, or us being the unable to take care of ourselves.
Us being taken care of.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So point. That was point 1. Point 1A.
Mm-hmm.
Mister, let's start on a lighter note. You want to start on this note?
I feel like it's something that is not like, it's way in the future.
it's
and at least for me, it's just more along the lines of like, I've always joked around saying like, fuck no, I'm never going to let myself get to that point where I'm like, need to be taken care of.
Honestly, yeah, there are some places in America, but some places in the world that can help you if you're in those situations to kind of like expedite the process.
Right.
Isn't that legal here?
No, it's legal in some places. It's not illegal everywhere. Like it's not like overall banned in the US.
No. I thought isn't it legal in California? Like they legalize
I don't know
that?
if it is in California. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Or if it is. Wouldn't be surprised if it is legal. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
I think it is when you're in like a actual vegetative state where to the point where you can't talk and you're brain dead essentially.
But then you wouldn't be able to choose that. You literally have, as a death doctor, you have to sign those documents.
That's what I was gonna say. Well, the idea is you've prepared for this. That's why. Listen, working in a mortuary. I mentioned it before. I used to work in a mortuary. Like, while I was working there, I was on my parents' ass of like, you guys need to tell us what you want. You guys need to, because I'm not dealing with anything that's like, oh, they didn't have this, or that. I'm gonna put you guys. I'm gonna cremate you. I'll put you in a fucking jar separate or together, whatever. That's the one thing maybe I think I can tell which one you guys want. And then I'm going to give a little bit to all your family, and then we're just going to have some at the house. That's it. That's the idea. So unless I have like a set plan, you guys are already paying for a package, because you can't do that. Just let you know, you can go to any mortuary and literally set up your process.
I have
that. You could pay it off as time goes on. So when the day does happen, your family isn't fighting. They're not arguing. They're not trying to say he wanted this, they wanted this, she wanted that. None of that. You chose it. It's already done. You don't got to worry about them putting you in some
where you didn't want to be,
neon yellow thing because they thought you were the sunshine of their life. When you just want to fucking be in a jar and you just want to like be like put in on a tree or something so you can finally get rid of these people. Dude. You know, jeez.
You want to? I was like, speaking of ashes, just because I want to sidetrack a little bit from that. I saw a video today on TikTok of a girl who says she put her deceased boyfriend.
Don't.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. We're not going there.
I feel like I know too, and I don't know.
She took it through TSA.
No, dude. I saw it.
I was gonna say, are you sure you want to share this one?
I mean, it's on the internet. Like,
why are you
I'm not,
see, listen, there's a lot of stuff on the internet.
Because it was on TikTok.
Okay, actual.
There's a lot of stuff on TikTok
really?
too.
Dude, okay.
So,
Dude, the comments are hilarious.
Okay, weirdly enough, this is like the first thing like I heard about ashes like just today. Fucking, I was watching TikTok earlier in the day also, and basically this ex-mortuary guy was talking about like how the ovens where they cremate people, like they don't clean them like all the time because at least in their mortuary, because it's like furnaces. Bro, like realistically, like you know, there's so many people, at least
bro, people are dying every single fucking day.
It's like
this man called it an oven. It's a furnace.
Whatever you burn it, it can turn to dust. It's whatever. Whether it be a fucking chicken or your dog, cat, whatever you're gonna burn.
So point is, what's it called? I guess somebody was making a big deal about it. It's like, oh, you're not getting all of their ashes, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, like really, that's not realistic. Like, you know, it's just it's so much time when there's so many other people that need to be processed or whatever. So he even said like it was to the point where like the mortuary where he worked at, right next to the place was a pizza place. And the pizza place's ovens broke for like a day, and they asked them, can we use your ovens to cook pizzas? And they said, yeah.
That has to be fake.
No way.
Do you know how not passing the sanitization?
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm also thinking, okay, well, you're burnt. Nothing's gonna be alive at those temperatures, right?
Exactly.
That's the idea, right? It burns so fucking hot that you're cooking, like you're putting meat in there, raw meat. You're telling me like the temperature that's gonna get to like where everything is settled and the meat is good, like you know there is gonna be germs still on that.
No.
I don't know.
So that's why I'm saying
I don't think
it's real gross though. Like just the idea,
the idea of it. No, but they even said like, yeah, we let them do it.
Were they selling out? Were they slamming fucking sales that day?
And and like as a thank you,
are crazy.
As a thank you, they made them pizzas like for the mortuary, the people that work there, and they're like, yeah, fucking delicious. I don't know. I was just like, I can't do that, dude. It's just the thought of like, yo, I'm eating somebody's grandma's ashes or some shit.
Grandma Shirley, you're so good on this pepperoni, bitch. Give me the pineapple. That's that shit. Oh my god.
But
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then
so dying.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Like I've never gotten accustomed to the idea of being taken care of. Like at that point where like I'm just like. You know, at least for me, especially like a Latino household where everybody's like, we take care of our own. I'm like, I feel like at that point I would just be like, leave me in a fucking home, go do your thing. Like,
yeah, live your life, please. Like, it'd be nice. Listen, a call, 100%. I'm 100%. I would love to at least get a hi, hello. It doesn't have to be long. I would hope I'm still into video games, and you can just buy me a fucking PC upgrade or something, or help.
But
maybe
can't.
I'm even in the internet already. I don't fucking know.
You can't because the state we're talking about is a caretaker, or it's to the point where you can't do anything. You can't lift your hands.
Yeah,
you can move your eyes.
I think
you can
that's
someone
what we're
talk.
saying is that
you're talking about like if I was handicapped, blah blah blah.
That's what we're saying though.
Like no,
at that level. We don't even want to be. We don't want them. We don't want to bother them. We don't want them to be at that point. I would never want Mikey or my partner to get to that point where they feel oddly. No, please, for the love of God, go live your life. Like, just accept I'm done. That's it. You know, like, even at the level where you're just handicapped and you're getting old and you just want to be in a home so you don't bother people, like we don't want to bother them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're saying. Like, it's on that level. So when it gets down to like vegetational stuff, bitch, if you can, hopefully I set something up to where you could just knock my ass out of the park.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like, imagine you're locking your head when shit like that's going on, but like your body just isn't moving because the brain's fucked up like that.
Right.
You get fucking hit in one spot or take something in one wrong way, and it's sharp as shit, and then you're stuck in your head. Oh my god! Let this be the fucking record. If anything like that happens to me, please me.
Yeah, me too.
Or please beep that out. Please just send me on a long trip. Okay?
Yeah. Send us to the
Chili's.
Chili's.
Just make sure it's painless. Cause even
pull the different plug for me.
Even if it's a little sharp pointy thing, I might feel that, and shots freak me out. So it'd be great.
But yeah.
Shots.
Like vaccines?
Oh no, yeah. Well,
you're not being sentenced.
Yeah, I know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like different methods. Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying in general. This is the record, though.
This is the record.
It's like,
yes.
What I can picture is, I can picture someone in my family unplugging me, and then like seeing the nurse just roll up the cord like a vacuum cord when I was a little kid when my mom was rolling it up after vacuuming the living room. That's what I can picture, and then just fade into. That's it.
Wow.
Steve, do you see yourself as the main character?
He does.
No, I see myself as just someone who gets unplugged.
That was a very. That felt like a very main character. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying because everybody thinks.
I'm the main character in my own life.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure, yeah.
Like, but I think there's that level of like self-aware, not even self-awareness. So like, how often are you thinking about, like, real question for both of you? How often are you guys thinking about the fact that every single person that you see while you're walking day by day, whatever, fucking corner of your eye glimpse, that person is living the existence that you feel right now?
I don't.
Main character.
Never.
I think about it almost every fucking day.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, I come across somebody and then they're like there in my moment?
They're just existing. Like, think about it. Every single person you see,
came across my mind.
me, Richard, like anybody, fucking trash can man, some random person, some random old person you saw.
Yeah,
whatever. Anybody.
So
that person is living with the existence and the feeling that you are, where in some subconscious way, this is a main movie, you're player one, you're the character, you're going through your story, but to someone else that's like,
okay, so like, if we're gonna get into this,
okay, you put it like that,
if we're gonna get into this, I have thought about it a lot, especially recently. I really do think if we are in a simulation, which, whether
the world's flat,
right, I really do think I kind of lean into it where it's like, if it is a thing, I really do think that there are, main characters and NPCs where it's just like, some people just don't have anything to them. Like, like we talk about boring people, fucking like legitimately boring motherfuckers who just do nothing else. I'm just like, y'all are NPCs.
That is a fucking statement.
I'm sorry.
To anybody who's offended if you've been called boring, I'm sorry.
I think that's the thing, though, is that I feel like, because honestly,
Richard's the main character for sure.
I don't know, personal belief, I feel like there's something afterwards. I wouldn't say it's heaven, hell, God, Jesus, whatever. I don't know. Something. It could be anything. We don't fucking know. And I'm not going to believe somebody telling me, I heard him in my time of need. Not to bygone anyone. I'm just saying, for me, that's my reality. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's a little much because I'm more of a see it, believe it kind of person, which is funny because I also kind of like believe in aliens and ghosts and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts, personal experience. You guys might get that shit on Halloween. Ooh, we could do some Halloween shit. It's going to be fun. But,
I'm down for that. Actually.
I don't know. I feel like
you want to okay. So like my biggest, I guess, kind of like one of my biggest examples for this is, and this is kind of fucked up. It's a person I know. I'm just gonna say it's a coworker of mine.
Okay, wait.
It's fine. They don't watch. They don't watch. Nobody, as far as I know, nobody watches from there.
Oh, you don't even know. Okay,
as far as I know, they
fucking
don't.
out names.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
He
what's his name, dude?
No, don't say the name.
I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, but
this person, they do, as far as I know, live and die for work, like the job, and that's great, right? But it's just more like, I don't see this dude really do anything or really want to do anything else besides, just be there. And I'm just like, I feel like as a person, it's just like, it's so one dimensional where I'm like, where I say NPCs or whatever. I'm obviously like, and for him, maybe that's like his main character journey, whatever the fuck. But I feel like that's just so one dimensional where it's just like, there's so much more to do in the world where I'm like, why the fuck are you just there?
Hey,
But again, whatever. That's just my thing.
Wait, can I tell you something?
Sure.
You ever just sit and wonder, like, maybe this guy's just content with his life and where he's at?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And you're over here like, this motherfucker is boring as
Why
shit.
do you say that?
It's like,
Why do you say that? How old do you think he is? First of all,
I mean, I don't think being content with your life has to do with an age.
I do
like, you
think
don't
so.
have to reach a certain
at
age.
least in my opinion, really, honestly.
Because you hold yourself to a certain standard until you have dreams
because
and
I
ambitions
feel like
and
that's
goals, right?
okay. Because you think of like,
What if he doesn't?
that's boring as shit. Then I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that
Boring
I think every single person, no matter what, has more depth. No one is ever that single dimension, because all you gotta do is ask simple questions. Oh, have you ever felt the need to do anything? Like, you just go home, work, and then you come back, and that's cool. Is there a reason? Like, then that's depth.
Sure.
You just don't want to go deeper with random
I
people,
guess
and
so.
that's psychology, there, baby boy.
What if this guy goes home and like what is it called?
Okay, no.
Then
No,
he just
no,
makes
no.
him interesting, dude.
No. Okay, listen.
Like,
All
what
right.
if he's into
Stop.
that kind of kink, dude? It's a kink.
Oh my God. Yes, I
Like,
know.
you're over here saying this man's boring as shit. What if homie just goes home and does that? You don't know that. I have never caught Lee like that.
What are you saying right now? Like, dude.
I'm just saying, dude.
What?
If we're really gonna go to that point of you thinking NPCs exist,
I do really think so. I'm still gonna go. with
homie, I'm gonna go with a homie. Probably goes home, and I can't even say the fucking word.
Oh my God.
Someone say it for me. What is it?
No one, don't fucking say it. I mean, listen. Okay,
not
first
a bad
of all, it's so
It's an extreme kink.
It's one of the dangerous and like the most, I feel like, entry level type of stuff. But it's so like you're so
Entry.
close to fucking up there. That's why.
I don't think
anyone
that's
can do it.
I don't think that's entry though.
Anyone can do it, bitch. Anyone can do it. So it's like, okay, just keep holding like that. Okay, whatever. And that's the entryway. But you're so close to like
Yeah,
fucking it up real bad.
guys.
People
the,
die.
The
from
topic
shit like
of
that.
this podcast is never mind.
Death.
On the living.
Anyway,
Okay,
no.
but I love how I go from like, you just gotta be more interested in people and just ask them questions and you make the depth for them, to he's kinky.
Yo,
that's exactly what. Well,
he's just some kinky motherfucker.
and he does being boring as shit.
When he's alone.
Hey, I'm
That's
just saying,
what you
it's
want.
better than being it's. I mean, look, we're gonna go to the extreme of that.
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, maybe some people are like, oh, I don't know.
Just content.
I just come home and that's fine. Yeah, some people are just like that. Honestly, because like my dad's always says, like sometimes, like some people are just where they're at, like kind of because what we do is we're cleaners. So it's like some people just do the work that other people don't want to do. Cleaner. Some people just want to live the life that other people don't want to live, like contentment or just basic shit.
I get that.
I still want to have a basic existence of getting up, going to work. It's an office job. Maybe throw in some light walking here or there to not get too fucking out of hand, and then come home, play video games, and then just take care of things as they pop up. That's the life I just want. I could go somewhere every now and then. That's my excitement. That's my existence right now. Just in my head, I'm on my own and I make a lot of money. So,
Do you see yourself living in a big city the rest of your life?
I see myself honestly kind of living in LA as long as I can, to be honest, because I really
but like if you
like it. I like LA. I'm always close to saying love LA, but the people kind of suck here. Some people, not everyone. West side people kind of below. East side people, they're not bad. I like East side LA, but
it just
like
depends. Yeah.
some of them are fucking caddying. It's like it's just sassy meets not Valley Girl, but it's LA. Everybody in LA kind of has like a.
They have their own agenda.
No, Jennette sais quoi? They have like an aroma, like they're from LA. Like you could tell once, like
Oh yeah.
like when I don't know if you guys how often you guys play on the East Coast servers, but every now and then when people are like, "Well, where's everyone from?" I'm like, LA. They're like, "Yeah, I could tell." I'm like, "Oh, I think for me, it's the je ne sais quoi, the aroma."
There's something about
It's
you
just
that
Valley
says,
Girl.
yeah.
Honestly, for me, because I'm just
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
because
get
like
that.
I've met people from like fucking
Okay.
Sacramento and they're boring as
I'm
fuck.
sure.
I'm like, yo,
Okay.
there's nothing like, hey, look, if you're from fucking Sacramento, that's good for you, but yo, that's it.
Sacramento.
Sacra-
I heard in
The
my
cap-
head. I
that's-
heard San Francisco.
Oh,
No,
Literally,
no.
I heard San.
No,
I
San Francisco
heard
is a-
San, and I was like, San Francisco.
San Francisco is apparently full of a bunch of fucking entitled nerds. So
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I could see that.
Silicon
shout
Valley,
out
basically.
to San Francisco.
Haven't been there.
Me
You
neither.
have to pay.
Let's
You have
go
to
on
pay
a
to
San
go bridge.
Francisco trip.
That's fun.
Okay.
That sounds fun,
I've
and it's
never
also very
been.
expensive too, from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, I think living there. I don't know if like going out for like a weekend is, but I know living there is very, very expensive.
I'm down.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm done.
We could plan. That could be our next little trip.
No, we can't do it.
I don't even think you do it this year, to be honest. Unless you guys are trying to go in like
I can.
winter, but I gotta save money. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna
It would
be
have-
like December.
If we
almost,
do
to
it,
be
we should do it
honest.
probably like March.
That's what I'm thinking. I
Okay.
told when I was talking to Wilmer this
Talking about
past
after
weekend,
taxes.
Mhm.
we he's talking about his birthday. It's this month, later this month.
Oh.
This will actually be out before his birthday.
Yep.
If you're watching this, Wilmer, stop it. Talking about you. Um.
That's my oldest brother, by the way.
Oh, Reason Latency
Shout out.
on Twitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool. He's a cool dude.
Mhm.
As I'm about to.
Shit talks a
speak
lot
about-
on Apex if you're into that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
It's like what? Oh, yeah. He is gonna be 33, 32, 30,
32.
32. I think on the 27th, 22nd.
So
Sorry.
Saturday.
No, it's on a Tuesday. So the 27th?
Yeah. I was like, you got it right the first time.
Did I? Because we looked at it. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's next Tuesday. Oh,
I don't know
shit.
why I said
Tuesday.
Saturday. What the fuck? am I-
Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday.
I don't-
Tuesday.
I was like, the
But,
24th is Saturday.
I'm thinking of. shit
Yeah,
in my
I was
head.
saying like we could like I was telling him like he wants to do something. I'm not sure what he wanted to do, but then he brought up the idea of doing. I brought up. Or, we talked about it. It was the camping thing, but cabin glamping. I
Oh.
mentioned anything in the last
Sure.
episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yes,
But,
that would be the
um,
last episode for this one.
Yeah. So glamping. You know, cabin camping. Not that I'm against camping because I've been just camping. Well, not in a wood place, more like a desert place. Anyways, camping for sure. Tried that. Did not. But glamping is cool. I like to have a fucking AC, a plug-in, and some slight Wi-Fi, and just some drinks, and a cabin in the woods. And listen, if a horror movie happens, I hope I'm the first to go and it's painless. Because I do not want that trauma. Baby, no.
Like if you're the last one to
I
survive.
do not want
Survivor's
to
guilt?
be last girl. No, not even that. I'm just thinking about like if you make it out. I don't know if I get survivor's guilt. Depends on who's there. I'm not even gonna say the name because I'm like, oh,
No,
no.
yeah.
I'd feel that.
Would you be the person to like push somebody knowing that it's either you or them?
That's
Depends on the person. Not gonna lie. You know, just be honest. You do put like there's some value to some people in your life. Like,
yeah.
would you let person that's kind of like you're in about or like your friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a choice.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what if I say no? Then it's like, okay, well, all of you. Well. Or just you because you couldn't make a choice. It's like, well,
You kill off an NPC, dude.
yeah. Basically.
Like if I was like fully injured and I couldn't run anymore or whatever, they'll push me to the person. Fuck it.
Okay.
Like it would help you, help me, help you.
Listen, even
type
if you
of
were
thing.
completely healthy, I'd still push you.
That's cap.
Jesus.
Okay. But yeah, the cabin sounds fun. But
Oh, yes.
are
Mhm.
we, did he?
Oh, so
are
yeah,
we gonna
so-
do it? Because like that's way too soon.
No, so that was my point. So, to kind of encompass the trip topic that was just brought up, he was trying to like, for my birthday, blah blah blah, but it's next weekend or next week, and it would be
Yeah.
either that Saturday or the Saturday before, which would be this Friday or this
Mhm.
Saturday. Yeah. So, I was like, why don't you just look around for like a place and then just book the trip on your birthday. 6 months down the line, 4 months down the line, whatever. It's still technically your celebration. You can still like go out, have a dinner, but like spend the bulk of the money on like a future trip if you want to do that. So you had mentioned we both mentioned the glamping thing, camping or whatever. So he's been wanting to go camping.
I mean,
brought up the cabin.
yeah, fuck it, I don't care. The more the merrier.
Going during like
we just need a
late January, early February is always nice.
Oh, I said March. Yeah, I was thinking
March too, because it's still cold.
I would say March.
Yeah.
I feel like
because I was thinking February, end of February, early March.
I was just thinking because like end of February, early March, like after my birthday, it's always fucking rain season. So it always pours.
When
that's
does
spring.
I mean, it just rains.
Damn, what's the fucking name of the spring break? When does spring break start? What's the
that's
month?
like end
That's
of
April.
End of
April?
March, early April.
That's why I'm worried about March. I feel like they count March though, right? I'm worried about the prices going up, so it might be late February then.
That's cool with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We'll get into
You
details.
guys are
details
part of
later.
our planning
Don't-
details.
Don't come. At least don't.
Or
Don't come if you're an NPC or you're boring.
Just don't
Yo,
stalk us.
It's
It's weird.
Wait, but like,
Determined
on
to
God,
return.
if we all chill, if we've all hung out, like whatever, hit us up, friends. If you guys are down, that'd be cool. I'd be down for like a chill group rather than listen. I love you guys, love jazz, but and Wilmer, but more like people. That's cool. I like a variety of a group.
As long as y'all are chill like that.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Hit us up in the DMs, and if you don't get a reply, don't be upset. Maybe it's just we haven't talked in a while, but
Maybe you're just not chill like that.
I mean, I don't know. You're hitting me up for this. You think we're that close? Let's chill then. Fuck it. Why not?
All right. Cool.
Whatever.
Let's test run chill and then we'll do that.
Yeah. Listen, if I'm not gonna feel it, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna feel it. So that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Equal-
Cool.
Fucking stupid,
No.
dude.
Anyway.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, we're
Damn it.
We heard from a friend, and we heard from a friend that this is your new favorite podcast.
True.
Hopefully.
I hope so. Anyway, we're gonna go into. Let's get into this shit.
The meat.
The meat of today's main
It's
topic.
completely opposite of what we were talking
It
about.
is, but I feel like that shit ain't going anywhere else. So might as well cut it
so
off.
now to video game news, kind of stream.
This is okay.
Live.
So the only reason I want to talk about it is because on top of it being what's it called, drama and obviously kind of affecting us a little bit, not really too much. There is some real world kind of issues / repercussions that I do want to address because I feel like it is kind of important to talk about. So we'll start off from I guess the more not lighthearted, just the early stuff that seemed at the time like it seemed big, but nothing insane. So the main thing that it started with was this whole gambling thing on Twitch. So
Yes.
So for those who don't know, gambling streams on Twitch were a thing. Twitch has gone on record of banning it now. At least just like doing virtual slots and like basically all these things that have to do with gambling where the US, like some US federation isn't involved. But point is, Twitch banned that shit. But before this, so many streamers, so many famous streamers were getting trying to persuade Twitch and everybody else that it should be banned. And there were people on both sides. People were saying like, no, like gambling isn't really that big of an issue, and if you shouldn't be banning it just because a few people can get addicted or whatever the fuck. But that basically led up to this person, this streamer. His name is Slicker. So Slicker, he wasn't really known for gambling on stream. He mainly did sports betting. So like horse races, betting on like tennis games, stuff like that. And basically he ended up getting a lot of heat, and rightfully so, because he actually scammed a shit ton of people. He scammed a bunch of streamers, basically saying like, oh, like, hey, like I need some help. what's it called, my bank got locked up and I need some money so that I can pay my bills, or in like some really scummy situations, he would tell them, hey, what's it called, I need the money because my put insert relative here has cancer and I need to pay for some of the bills for that. Base This went on, like, he really just fucking went in on, like, went for everybody for help. And I think he ended up amassing like $300,000 that he scammed out of people. Um, Again, it was huge creators like Ludwig and fucking XQC, I think. And then
Wasn't Pokey in it?
no, Pokey didn't do it.
Oh.
But on top of that, he also went to like viewers and subscribers and stuff like that, which again, even more fucking scummy than just going after the creators, because, you know, like I said, the creators have, you know, on one hand, you know, they're just kind of like business partners in a sense, but then you go after, you know, your audience who are supposed to be developing this, you know, relationship with you in a sense. They're people who support you in and out. It's just like you're really going after these dudes just trying to get
taking
money
advantage
out
of people that just want to support you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what's it called? You know, a bunch of people finally called him out on it because he had tried to keep it secret, basically telling everybody that lent him money, saying like, can you keep it quiet because I'm embarrassed, blah blah blah. Eventually, everybody tied the pieces, and you know, he finally got called out for it. And you know, people were saying like, yeah, like this is proof that gambling, you know, is bad because it can lead to addiction and cause people like this. So a lot of people, like I said, just made it as a point to banning gambling on Twitch. So
he got money from people to feed his addiction.
yes,
So he gambled it all.
Yeah, he gambled it all. Never paid anybody back. Like maybe a few people here and there, but the majority of it, like I said, 300 grand gone.
That's nuts.
So
You know, I'm wondering. What I thought about was, I wonder who were the people like who were the first ones to tweet about or whatever, like connect the dots. Like who were the first like streamers to be like, hey yo, so I was talking to so and so and I feel like we should make this public just to see who else has been affected by it. But has so and so hit you up to borrow some money?
yeah.
And then like the screenshots are like who was the first person to do that?
So the first,
'cause I've seen a bunch of them, to be honest.
the first people weren't even streamers. It was viewers. Because
oh shit! Oh, so the viewers were the first ones that got it.
the viewers were
the
the viewers were the first people that caught on and basically started, I guess, asking each other like, hey, like did Slicker hit you up to like for money, blah blah blah. And basically that led to them asking, you know, streamers. And I don't know who the first streamer is, like the big name to come out saying like, hey, like, yeah, this guy is scam me out of this, but
it was the viewers first.
It was the viewers first, because
wow, he hit up his fucking viewers first. Well, I would have to assume he hit up his viewers first, to be honest.
He hit up all the subscribers first, but the subscribers.
Well, that's what I'm
sorry,
saying,
not the
like,
subscribers, the streamers. He hit up the streamers first because, you know, they're the ones that realistically have more money,
Right,
at least
of
for the
course.
most part. And you know, eventually when it got to the point where it was like people were saying, "Oh no, I can't do it," blah blah blah, or just he, I guess, already got
Ran
whatever
the
he
well
could,
dry.
right? He went on to the viewers, and
Crazy.
that's where everything just fucking came out.
That's nuts.
So
wait, is this that? Oh, I think okay. This is the horse track guy, right?
Yes,
like all his
that's what I'm
money went to
saying.
horse track.
yeah, that's all he did.
I was like, what kind of gambling? I was like, what's the horse track?
So the first question I have for you guys, like, do you think gambling should have been allowed in the first place anyway on Twitch? Obviously the kind that he was doing wasn't on stream or
Twitch?
anything.
Yeah.
But as far as it came to slots, because, you know, they were a big fucking thing. I think they were like top 10, if not top 5 category to watch on there.
I would say only professional level, because then that kind of takes away the gambling aspect, honestly, like craps,
'Cause you're watching
blackjack,
somebody, yeah.
stuff like that. Like if there's professional slots, then sure, whatever. But you're watching like people that like, that's a skill, you know, almost like that's like talent at that point.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not just your normal common people type
yeah,
of thing.
I feel like it still
I see
might
what you're saying.
create, I don't know, maybe it'll create more of an interest, because, you know, I feel like there's
like the
some
pros who
level
play
of
like
talent
Texas
to do
Hold'em and
like
shit.
that, you know, professional level, like cards or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
At all, maybe.
So yeah, like I said, a lot of people were saying that they shouldn't be allowed because it does promote gambling into a sense.
Yeah, casual stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because realistically, all the big things that were happening on the platform on Twitch were these streams where they'd go onto virtual slot websites or whatever the fuck,
Right.
and they were being sponsored. That's the shittiest part about
it's an
everything.
ad.
Yeah, they were being sponsored to go onto the website and go and just promote gambling essentially. But the shittiest part is that it wasn't really gambling because all the money that they were gambling away was really just being fueled right back in because of that sponsor. It's like there was nothing at stake for the streamer, but the viewers, they're not gonna be in that same scenario if they decide to go gamble like they do on these websites. Obviously, they're gonna be impacted and lose a lot of actual fucking money. And
right,
it could
influencing the masses to do something that could harm themselves,
and it could lead to a fucking future of gambling addiction, which that's what they're showing here.
Honestly, bro, there's gambling everywhere nowadays, especially online. Like we partake in gambling to a certain extent, or at least we did when we fucking loot boxes.
Yeah, so that was
Apex packs. Like, dude, fucking FIFA, man, FIFA and NBA are next.
Yeah,
you better fucking pat your pockets while you can. Jesus Christ.
Well, they did know with the whole fucking scandal of Star Wars when they had the Battlefront scandal.
They just people follow their example. They just set the precedent of don't fuck it up like them, and then everybody afterwards put in a better system or something. Like they started showing the chances. I mean, that was by law,
a smarter system type of thing. Yeah.
So it was just more transparent. There's more transparency.
I don't know much about the gambling thing because I wasn't really on Twitch around the time when it was like really popping. I think when I started getting into Twitch, I was like going into like the end of like the whole like the slot category.
I was gonna say
it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while, and it got like
just a little bit more
again.
in the picture now.
Yeah, like
drama.
Everyone I watched was like I was watching like people I would watch on YouTube who were like, oh, I have a Twitch. I'm like, well, let me hop on and see this. But they never really like, at least the few that I watched never really were playing the slots. Right. But there was no sort of disclaimer or anything like that.
But that's why, as far as I know, there wasn't. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not that this is only recently where it started getting into the spotlight again because huge ass streamers were doing it. Like, for example, XQC, number one fucking subscribed, most viewed.
He's known for it. Yeah.
He literally done so many. Trainwreck was also one of the bigger ones. All these people who have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching them, gamble, but really, it's just them fake gambling away money that, they
are funding them anyways.
Yeah.
So the money is just coming right back into it. And it's nobody's losing anything really, but there's the viewers that are getting into it. So
influenced into wanting to do it.
So that's what I was saying. I was like, some people were saying like, don't, we should stop it. The people who were saying that, no, like it's fine. We're comparing it to, like you said, loot boxes and stuff on Overwatch, fucking FIFA, all these things, because realistically that is kind of gambling in a sense. It's not like legally because they're saying like, you know what, you're paying, but you still get something at the end. Whereas like in, traditional gambling, you could end up with nothing. So that's the argument about it, but it's just like, it's different when it comes to, like I said, slots or something like that, because and in a way it's a lot more accessible in a way, and also just a lot more at stake, at least in my opinion.
I was gonna say, with slots, you also you can get it back. That's like the people like gambling because at some point you do win, right? So there is that
the chance
adrenaline.
Yeah,
kicking,
I was like, isn't it,
so I think that's where they're like, blah blah blah. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, isn't like the
I think it's still a lame point to hold.
Yeah, the silver lining of like slots is like, as long as you like psychologically get some sort of excitement, that's why they have all these lights and everything flashes and big screens and things like that to feed to that. As long as you get that, then it's like it's considered like good.
Yeah, well, that's the psychological part when it comes to, especially like you said, slots, where we don't hit all the time or very often, but the times you do hit, it's just like dopamine, all of this fucking like all of this like, oh, fuck, this is fucking dope. Like, oh my god, I'm so fucking, the adrenaline's pumping
I'm
and
a
shit, whatever.
winner.
Yeah, great. I need that feeling again. And it's just like, that's what gambling
Fuck
addiction
Richard, I'm not
essentially is.
boring.
The last time we went to Vegas, I think
remember
I had like $2 or something. And we were waiting for you guys to get the food. So me, Maria, and
I think I was
Derek?
there. If
Derek?
it wasn't me, it was Derek. No, it was me.
Yeah, I think it
no,
was-
Derek went with them to get the food.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, we were just saying that I
Oh, yeah,
only
you
had
did.
like $2 I put in. I was like, okay, whatever. And I got like, I don't know, super ultra luck, then crazy ultimate luck or whatever. But then it got to the point where I ended up getting $10, and then I just kept going and going. I was like, okay, whatever, it's free. And then by the end of it, I only had like 90 cents left. So I was like, I understand gambling now, and I'm okay.
But yeah,
I've
get
spent money, but on the tables. This isn't it isn't to promote. It isn't to promote, but I've gotten lucky.
Yeah.
I made 20 into a couple zeros, and those couple zeros ended up just being $100.
I'm proud to say I've never. Actually,
It was painful.
the most I've lost is probably like $40-$60 in just
Oh,
a thing,
wish.
but like, because I'm a sore loser, where like if I lose way too much, I'm just like, nah, fuck this. I rage quit and just leave. Fuck, like whatever. So okay, so Twitch ended up what's it called? You know, banning gambling,
Mhm.
whatever. Before this, like I said, they were basically getting a lot of fucking backlash on Twitter mainly, and obviously some streamers are speaking out about it on stream, but specifically on Twitter, creators like Pokimane just, you know, were putting tweets like, oh, like this tweet if you want Twitch to remove gambling from the site, and you know that was getting a bunch of likes, and the other person, like main person in this that's involved, is Mizkif. Mizkif also put out a tweet just like that, saying like, you know, what's it called? Like this tweet if you want Twitch to remove it. So Mizkif, huge ass streamer, obviously, got a lot of traction on his tweet, and one of the people who reacted to it and replied to it was Trainwrecks. We mentioned him earlier. Trainwreck is one of these really super huge streamers as well, who also, what's it called, was involved with the gambling streams. You know, it was kind of like his shtick, I guess, whatever. Point is, he replied to it basically calling him out, saying like, dude, like this is very hypocritical or something like that, basically saying that Mizkif also took part in it. And one thing led to another. They started arguing to the point where where Trainwrecks told Mizkif, it's like, like, you better stop, blah, 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 like don't come at me, like what are you gonna do, like are you gonna send who was it, Maya and some other, I don't know if you know who Maya Higa is, his old ex girlfriend. Point is, are you gonna send them to silence me the same way you silenced, I forget her name, Ashley, I think, this other streamer, basically like covering up and stuff like that. It got really fucking, like, you know, confusing for a second, because people were thinking that Trainwrecks was accusing Mizkif of somebody and getting it covered up. But
At SA, by the way,
yes,
can't say the actual word. Not because we
Yeah.
don't want to. Sites don't like the word.
you're right, and I was literally thinking about it
YouTube
before
policy.
saying it. All right, whatever. Editing, great.
SA.
So people were starting to think that Trainwrecks was accusing Mizkif of SAing somebody, but he clarified, saying that no, what happened is that he covered up supposedly for somebody else.
Somebody else's SA.
Yes. I think it's Crazy Slick, something like that. Not
Yeah.
confused for Slicker. Slicker was the gambling dude. This guy's name
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
Slick. And you know, people were starting to be like, okay, what the hell is going on there? Or like, what's happening? So the story comes out that apparently this guy, his name is, like I said, Crazy Slick. He was at a party with a bunch of people, including this streamer like I said, I think her name is actually, I don't know if Lee, you're looking it up or something. I don't know if you can find her name because I don't remember it.
I didn't know.
Well, it's one of Mizkif's friend, no?
Apparently,
Hold on.
Slicker, Crazy Slick, was found within the past day after sending friends and families farewell messages.
I was gonna bring that up too.
Oh my, that's what shook me out. I didn't even know that. Oh my
Right.
god.
So, whatever.
Wow.
Female streamer, as well. Not as known, not as big as any of these other people. Still bigger than us. Whatever. What's it called? Apparently, they were at the same party, and she got really drunk, to the point where she kind of passed out in a sense, and Crazy Slick, who, basically went up and started touching her. Whether he claims that it was just because he was checking for a pulse to see, I guess, if she was still alive or whatever. Instead, but after, like, details started coming out, it was just being more apparent that Adriana.
There's an H. That's what's throwing me off. Adriana Lee.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
Adriana Lee.
yeah, okay.
Adriana Lee.
So Adriana Lee got blacked out, and Crazy Slick came in to check her pulse supposedly to see if she was still alive. But details came out saying that he had been kind of creepy to her that whole fucking night, kind of saying, like, just making really weird advances, and basically coming off as just wanting to touch her, whatever the fuck. Point is, he felt around on her neck, he felt around on her chest. Like I said, he claims it was in good intentions, but people were saying, like, no, like, you could clearly tell that this was kind of like a very sexually motivated thing.
Oh, I read a tweet that he posted like 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is his quote. I'm obviously not going to say the certain things. He said, "I have never SA anyone and never will. I had never had any intentions of ever harming anyone. I go out of my way to check on someone and I get accused of R. This is unfair. I will be getting a lawyer ASAP. Learn from the Johnny Depp situation and think."
Right.
Wow.
So, all around, very shitty situation, very fucking messy situation. So, that comes out, and as soon as that story comes out, a bunch of these other girls, I don't know if they were also streamers, but just girls in general, they start coming out saying, like, dude, Crazy Slick has been coming into my DMs and sending me, like, really fucking raunchy shit. Like, whether it's just saying, like, how he wants to, fuck them, or fucking, just do all these kinds of things. And I think on some cases, unsolicited, dick pics.
Wow.
And all of that shit started coming out, and people were wondering, like, what the fuck? Because apparently Crazy Slick is Mizkif's best friend, or if not one of his best friends. And they asked him, first of all, what happened with that Adriana Lee situation, like, what is this whole covering up story? And Maya actually came out and saying, like, basically what happened is that they wanted to kind of downplay it in a sense, because Adriana did release a tweet longer, basically saying, like, hey, like, this happened or blah blah blah. But Mizkif convinced Maya and I forget the other dude to go tell her, like, just to keep it low, like, don't make it seem like a big deal. And when he brought it up on a stream previously, he was just saying, like, yeah, it wasn't like a huge deal, blah blah blah. Like, he downplayed it so bad on that stream. Basically,
Who, Miz?
Yeah, he was basically.
Yeah, I'm reading the quotes. It's just like, it's like he was like, it's sort of like that.
Yeah, no, it was just more like, he said, like, it wasn't really a big deal, like, nobody really cared, blah blah blah. And it's just, everything just seems so it's just so messy,
dude.
It's
I
just
feel like
I have the quote.
people that get fame at some point just kind of lose, like, especially when they're young.
Yeah.
Like, not that Mizkif, I think, got his fame when he was young, but there's still some, like, development that clearly was just neglected on his part, where he didn't experience some social norms, interactions, and just thought, like, saying something like that is good,
So,
or good enough.
Right. So then, after all this shit comes out,
Not
after
that big of a deal.
After Crazy
Man.
Slick gets called out, like Lee mentioned, he goes missing. He sent these messages or whatever saying his goodbyes or whatever, and everybody's freaking out, including Mizkif, trying to find out where he is. Because everybody's assuming the worst, that he's gonna go unalive himself. And what's it called? They ended up finding him today, thankfully. Like the guy is safe. No, just nobody should be in that position to unalive themselves. Like, it should never get to that point. But anyway, a lot of people were starting to give Mizkif shit because they were like why are you still like on his side, in a sense? Why are you still defending him? Why are you still his friend? And he was like, I don't know if I guess he kind of just saying like, dude, that's my friend, blah blah blah. So there's a little bit more after this that I want to touch on, but I guess next question is just like, where do you see that as right or wrong? Like, whether they're homies or not is just like, at that point, do you really stay homies? Do you fucking call them out or something? Like, in my opinion, I'm just like, I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. Like, I really do feel like that's kind of a deal breaker where I'm just like, I can't see you the same way anymore.
I think that if you're gonna, because again, it's like one of those things where at the end of the day, I'm never gonna fuck with that person. You're like, there's a lot of work, whatever it may be, or whatever they did. If it gets to that point where it's like no contact with that person, if you are gonna stay their friend, then I think that you're honestly gonna hold them accountable, like, constantly, if you are gonna stay their friend, because that is some shitty behavior, straight up. So it's like, the person's got, oh god, yeah, the person's gonna show where, I don't know, damn,
yeah,
it's tough. But I think if you're gonna stay friends with that person, that I think, yeah, you're obligated to almost keep them on point, because I don't know, that feels like it's your job now.
Yeah,
because you were there with them and partaking or whatever it may be, or not, like, covering it up or whatever.
It's just
it's your part of the atonement,
tying this to something else that happened completely out of this scenario, or this situation. The owner of G2, a very notable esports organization, G2, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're going through some.
The owner, I think they won like some shit for League of Legends or something. I don't remember exactly, but they were celebrating, and the owner posted a video on Twitter of them celebrating, and Andrew Tate was right next to him.
Yeah, they're going through sick controversy right now.
Andrew Tate was right there, and obviously people came on and started giving him so much shit. It's like, why are you with this prick? What the fuck are you doing? Like, blah blah blah. He released a tweet saying, who I'm friends with shouldn't matter, like, to anybody else besides me, and blah blah blah. So
this is why they didn't get it.
This is why they didn't get it. This is why they didn't get
this is why
the partnership.
G2 also didn't get partnership with Valorant. That's a whole different bag, but whatever.
They're saying it's because of this.
That's their big controversy.
It's because of that.
So what's it called? So that happened, and he got so much fucking backlash for it. And
is there more?
As far as I know, that's it. Like,
oh my god,
nobody. Like, I think he's on like unpaid leave or some shit.
Yeah, the organization straight up was like, "Yo,"
because at this point it's damage control, right? Like, people are pissed.
Andrew Tate is literally like poison to your.
So that's why.
No.
So that's why it's because there is that whole thing of like, you're not going to be the same people as your friends, but whether you choose to, whether you share the same beliefs or not as your friends or whatever, people are still going to associate you with that person. So in this case, no matter what the fuck he says, like, if he stays like with, that whole thing, like, I'm his friend, but whatever, I don't see his views the same way, people are still going to be like, okay, but you're still tolerating it for this person. You're still, fucking accepting him, even though he's all of these point of views are super fucked up and, you know, are very harmful to a lot of people. So just accepting it as part of like, yeah, that's just them, is just kind of like turning a blind eye to everybody, to, you know, all the harm that they're realistically doing. So that's what I was like, this kind of ties into this too. It's just like, you know, whether Mizkif decides to, at least in my opinion, whether he decides to, you know, cut off
Still hang
ties or
around
whatever,
him or
hang
not.
around him,
Mhm.
you know, if he does, people are still going to associate that with him, like, for the rest of the time that
I mean, people, a viewer doubled down, basically made him double down on what he said, because there's a video where it says, and I quote, "Look, I don't think there's a single person that we used to hang out with, that doesn't hang out with Slick anymore because of what happened. I actually think there's literally none, because the reality is, worst comes, the worst of it. It's something like SA, right?"
Hmm.
I'm like, dude, you like,
Mm. Yeah. See, that's also where it kind of comes down to. So if it was like Andrew Tate level, then it's like, yeah, no, I can't fuck with you
oh,
like
that
that.
clip's worse.
That's way
the-
worse. But,
Yeah,
but
no, the clip continued, and his references were, when people think of these type of things, it's like you think of somebody sticking their dick in them.
Oh.
That's not what he did.
Yeah, that's what Mizkif
They're
said
like,
about
that's what
Crazy
these are his
Slick.
quotes. Yeah,
Yeah.
he said that's not what people perceive it was, and it's like, that's, I was like, sir, like, what the fuck is happening?
interesting.
Basically,
So
he defended
he's
him.
dumb.
Yeah, he defended him basically by saying, it could have been worse.
It's
It's
yeah.
like,
Well, I
Yeah.
think no, he's defending him by saying to him, damn it, SA Billy,
fine, it's
whatever.
fine.
I think what he's saying to himself is that SA, that's the meaning, that's the definition of it.
Right.
Only when
Yeah.
there's penetration,
right.
not filling up on or anything like that. For
Not
whatever reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's
Unconsensual,
because
you know,
you're
yeah.
a white passing straight man. That's heteronormative or some shit like that, you know. So
So, yeah, that's where
and gross,
Oh,
and a gross piece
Dude,
of
this
shit.
poor girl,
that's where that whole thing is. So
just to relive that shit
Yeah.
now, because it's all
Oh.
over them.
Wait, I just want to make my point. If it was Andrew Tate level, I would not be down with it whatsoever. You know, move on. But I think the reason why I'm so like, I would hold them accountable because coming out to a lot of my friends came, you know, when I was coming out and back in the day, not back in the day, like 10 years ago almost, hell, even almost 20 years ago, because I'm about to be 30.
mhm.
So 20 years ago was 9. So, there was a lot of fucked up things that people were saying. You know, we were fucking free mouthed 100%, saying a lot of inappropriate words that are racial or whatever, or even just, you know, offensive to being gay and stuff like that. So it came with kind of being around friends and being okay with them saying, you know, the F word or whatever,
Mhm.
or anything that falls along there. But I think at some, like, the reason why for me, it's a very specific scenario, but I feel like with my Kenyans, it's almost a scenario that's too common, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm okay with it, you guys, whatever, it doesn't bother me, because you want to accommodate, you want to make sure that your friends aren't gonna be like, ew, gross, all that shit, you
Yeah.
know, because sometimes your friends are your only family, or the only ones that really matter. So that's why I'm like, depends. If I'm gonna stay their friend, then I've told them accountable to all my friends, and that were saying stuff like that. I was like, well, okay, you can't say that shit anymore.
Yeah.
At some point, I was like, no, that's not happening. And I remember some of them being like, well, why? I'm like, why the fuck would you ask why? And then being like, no, you're right.
Yeah. That was another
So-
thing that came up with Mizkif, which he's getting a lot of heat for again.
Oh, fuck.
It's just that, like,
Oh,
in
his old
DMs, his old tweets and stuff, where, you know, he would say
Oh,
really
I saw that.
like
I
every
saw
slur
that.
in the book.
Every
Let's,
slur,
like,
yeah.
every slur in the
Racial,
book. But
this, yeah.
he did apologize for that before, and he said, like,
Oh.
you know what, like, you know, he took accountability. He said, like, you know what, I've changed, like, I'm proud to say that I've changed, blah blah blah. And I believe, obviously, that people can change when it comes to, like, those, especially, like, you know, for shit you say when you're young.
He's 27?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my
Bro,
age.
what, bro, if you ever see this, you look 32.
He looks old. I will say
Oh
that.
God, I thought you
looks
were
old.
33.
But his eyes, dude.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Mizkif, listen, still, you could say like some people are a piece of shit and they're dumb and they just don't know better, but they can change. But still find them, they look good.
Yeah,
Mizkif,
sure.
you kind of cute
So,
and shit, whatever.
but so I can excuse that. Like
95.
I will, yeah, I will never. I will never really hold anybody super accountable for what they said. Like, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it is. Um, but it's just like I said, I just don't agree with that whole thing where it's like I'm defending my friend because he's the homie. Like I like what he did was like what it wasn't that bad, blah blah blah. I'm like, you have to be realistic at some point. It's just like, yeah, he fucked up. And well, if you're gonna especially for a public figure like him, it's like you can't really associate with people like that anymore because at the end of the day, it's your brand, it's your business, it's your money that's gonna get fucked over
It's true.
for
Yep.
hanging around people like that.
Yeah.
Like people who probably help collab with you because he's well known to collab with a lot of
I
people.
think-
Like they're not gonna want to
I
be
think
there.
for
Like,
me, that's where it kind of falls under like people being friends with, like, I don't know, like think about it really. How many of those people are like, except for Austin, but he's straight passing like a fucking white dude that's all footballed out at a fucking football fest or whatever football game. I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm trying to think of a way to say that Austin from the Austin show on Twitch. He's a streamer. He's gay, but he's very, very, very straight passing. Very, 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 very so.
Hmm.
Like some people, like me.
Oh, I know who you're talking
look
about.
straight passing, but don't sound it.
I know
so.
who you're passing.
Yeah.
talking
So
about.
the idea is like, I don't know, like it's even being friends with someone that has, just someone that's not like you or the norm or whatever. It could still harm your identity or kind of, harm the bag.
Yeah.
Like think about it. How many of these people are bringing around gay or anybody that's so far out there?
Yeah.
Besides like fucking voice actors or VTubers or whatever. But
So yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
like going along with that, so the last little bit of drama that was going around, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Big female streamer. She just did that boxing thing. Irish, I think or Scottish, something like that. Just a Minx.
Oh, Minx.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She kind of started like bringing this up too because like I said, Mizkif had sent Maya and some other guy, I forget his name, to go kind of like talk with
it was Mitch.
Mitch. He sent Maya and Mitch to go talk to I already forgot her name again, I'm sorry. Adriana went to go talk to her there to kind of downplay it because, and they kind of like told her like, hey, if you downplay like, like what's it called, we'll still be able to stream together, blah blah blah, we can collab and shit like that. Basically she started kind of outing all of them. Like she didn't say anything specific about anybody, but she's saying like everybody here is fake. Like what's it called, all of these relationships, friendships are fake. Like everybody has dirt on each other, has hate for each other, but like they won't do it because they have it's better for views,
Business.
it's business, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's just
That's
like,
what I was gonna say, baby girl, those are your coworkers.
that's what she was saying. It's like but she was
And it's
basically
LA.
saying it's like, I hate this shit.
Not to say like expect that from LA, but also don't
Right.
be surprised when it happens.
So that's what she's saying.
Not
Is
to
just
say
like,
she doesn't do it.
she was saying like everybody has dirt on each other and they're just waiting for that moment where one person brings up something just so that they can bring it up themselves and try to get the next person canceled or whatever it is. And it's just like,
Everyone just vomits.
yeah, and I'm just like,
also notice, yeah, like you said, no one brings it up. It also kind of goes with the whole thing. Like usually people that do that, like, and just try to out someone randomly and there is no build up or any follow up, that harms the person that's trying to out them more than it does the actual
Yep.
person.
Yeah.
so yeah, so that was just like, bring it up to like, it's don't idolize people online, and nobody online should be fucking idolized to the point where it's like you follow their word for for like forever, whatever.
At the end of it all, like they're just a person.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how famous they may be or how much more money they may have or more experience than you.
Right,
Like,
because
Yeah.
For sure.
At the end of the day, we all sleep. We all bleed.
It's just more like you never know exactly who those people are because they show you what they
Yeah.
want to what they want you to see.
You know what they
Never
say?
know.
Never meet your heroes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I met mine.
Be
Did I
disappointed.
meet mine?
I guess not, because you would remember.
I don't even know who I would consider a hero.
See,
Yeah.
there you go. So, don't or be like Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Be
depressed.
your own hero. Oh,
Own hero.
I literally tried to put positive out into the world right now, but you know what? You never mind. You know
Well,
what? Everybody's shit.
Sorry, man.
The world is
I've
shit.
been listening.
Like if you're espresso depresso like Richard, then you're just there's no expectation, dude. You're basically an NPC.
It's all this
As long
stuff.
as you're not boring.
Like, it's not like, well, it's real. I was gonna say it's not like super low energy, but I've also been listening to Jennette McCurdy's book the past 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my like I'm very somber.
Okay.
Like it's a lot. It's a good
Really?
book. It's a
Okay.
lot. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot.
Wait, what?
That she went through, and it's very like, damn. But good read.
I need to listen.
Good listen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, 'cause
tried
I
finding
figure
the
I'm
physical,
working.
didn't find it.
Sold out.
What?
I tried finding the physical, like after like 2.5 weeks of it being out, gone.
Amazon has it. That's
Yeah.
where I was thinking about ordering, but
Yeah,
then I looked
I'm
at
probably
Amazon
gonna order it.
hardcover is $18 or paperback or whatever. But
Yeah.
then on Audible, you just got to pay $15 and you can listen to it and then cancel it. But I do want to get the book, honestly, because it is a really good read.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to pick it up. I still
Just to
that's still
support her, even though I've already
yeah.
listened to most of it. But yeah,
Go get
man,
it
it's a lot.
signed.
Oh my god, I want her to sign my AirPods.
That'd be cute.
But
Want her to sign my ass.
yeah, I don't know. When it comes down to streamers, I remember when I was playing a game called New World,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the beta. Beta, for those of you that don't know, are a testing phase when the game is being developed or is used as a marketing ploy to raise interest in the game.
Right. Not like a beta mill.
No.
Yeah. There's
Mm.
you know what? I'm not gonna fucking say anything.
Good.
But yeah, so it was a beta, and I remember there was this whole idea that there's supposed to be different clans or different factions or whatever, and then you just have faction wars. But nobody wanted to do anything because everybody was waiting for the streamers to do something because they felt the need to listen to them and to treat them like their god or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and just it ruined the experience because that was the big thing, was the PvP, player versus player. And it's where the meat of the gameplay was gonna happen. That's where like they have like an entire PvP ecosystem
It looked
that's
fun.
supposed to be working. Yeah, but then like these fucking geeks weren't doing shit. I remember going to Alta, like there's a group of them are like the other team, the other clans already had their streamers or whoever taking control, moving them around. And it's like we're literally losing. Like we're losing. Do we not want to do anything? And everybody's like, get a load of this guy. I was like, what the fuck? Someone's like, what are you, fucking nerd? I was like, I just want to play the game the way that it was
Meant to be played.
made. Like, I don't want to wait around for some fucking nerd to tell me what to do. So you want us to listen to you and do what you want,
NPCs.
and do you
dude.
want us to do what you want to do? It's like, well, it's either we do something or we do nothing,
Mhm.
and we lose. What the fuck? We're all like, everybody's in this area for that reason.
Yup.
We're all physically here. It's not like we're in different areas on guild chat. We're here. Let's move. Let's do something. Fucking dork.
Fucking
Don't
NPCs,
idolize people,
dude.
Jesus Christ.
Lee was
Boring
trying to be the
people.
main character, dude. They were
As
like,
you
"Shut up,
should.
nerd."
You know me. I can't fucking stand losing, and especially if like there's no one's just standing around doing shit. That fucking drives
Especially
me
if
up the
people are doing
wall.
it purposely.
Oh my god, that fucking pisses me off. Like it goes from frustrated and annoyed to just straight. Are you fucking flying? Really?
You know what I saw? I
Ugh.
saw a TikTok. It was like these guys who were pretending to be shit at Valorant, and like what's it called?
Ugh.
They were waiting until they got called out by somebody, and like as soon as somebody was like being toxic or you know whatever, like realistically they were getting fed up and being like, dude, what are you doing? It's just like they finally they're like, oh, let's hit the switch, and now you know they start dropping 3Ks, 4Ks, blah
People
blah blah,
like that suck.
and they're like,
Yeah.
ah ha ha, look at us being secretly good, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, fuck you, like
that shit's annoying.
that's just
bro.
annoying for everybody else.
No
That's such
respect
like a
for
mental.
people trying to
That's
have
such a
like
derail. Yeah.
like a relaxing time. That's free time right there. You're gonna take up someone, and don't think we're talking about like 5-10 minutes. These can be 40 minutes to an hour long game.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I could be on, me and my homies may have like, especially now, may only have like an hour, 2 hours to really just game and hang out. And it's like, cool. You took up that time and just for your own fucking entertainment.
Mhm.
Cool. When you start making revenue from that video, that TikTok, I'd like a cut.
Pay me for my wasted time.
Yeah, you son
Yep.
of a
Fucking
bitch. Extras get paid.
Oh, they do.
But not NPCs, dude.
I mean-
listen, this personality is not that of an NPC. I'll have you know,
Mhm.
baby boy.
I don't know. I
So,
played Fallout.
Main character energy. Wait, what?
Fallout.
Yeah,
That's
with
some-
all
some
with all that
pretty
earlier
interesting
being
NPCs.
said, even though when you realize everybody in this entire existence is their main character, their own story, don't stop being your own main character. Fuck it, stay interesting.
Yeah.
Do something.
Mhm.
Don't be boring.
Be a little spicy.
All I'm saying, dude.
Spice
Don't be
your life
Rich's
up.
version of boring.
Yeah. Spice your life.
One
Be hot.
yeah.
Even if you're not, still be hot.
No, you're
hot
hot
to somebody.
You're hot.
That's a fact.
Somebody out there is. Never mind. I don't want to say.
Somebody out there is jerking off and thinking about you, or flicking their bean. I'm pretty sure.
All
you know?
right, dope. Anyway, with that being said, I think we're out of time. Any final
Anime.
remarks? Yay. Any final
There's
remarks?
someone's butt plug out there. I don't have one.
That was his
Go
final remark.
and read.
I mean,
give
I have a good
listen,
song.
Whatever. To I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. I'm actually listening to it and actually going through it. It is awesome, and I think I have an hour and 37 minutes left on the audio
Oh, wow.
on the audiobook. 6 hours.
Dope.
So it's
I'll listen to it
literally
at
you
work,
can
too.
honestly
Yeah.
get through it in one work one
When
day,
you're-
or you can just spread it out throughout the day.
When you're
throughout
done
the
listening
week.
to this podcast, you have something else to listen to now.
Audible.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's really good. It's really cool. It's like now that I'm getting near the end, it's getting a little bit more like I was close to crying once. Not that it's like super sad because it is a memoir, but it's like, damn, you really going through it right now, bitch.
Aw.
Shit, fuck. But yeah, it's cool.
All right, dope.
I like it.
Good.
Give it a listen. Give it a read.
Steve?
Yo, you want to feel like a main character every day that you wake up? Listen to Habits by, and then surprisingly, this is the name of the artist. I thought it was a joke. But it's actually by an artist called Mr. Kitty featuring Pastel Ghost. Give it a song and listen to. Trust me, you guys would enjoy it.
Discord
What's
kitten.
it called?
Mr. Kitty, Habits.
Discord kitten. Okay, is that it?
Pop it.
Nice.
Pop it. Play it.
I'll listen to it later.
Yeah,
Okay. So, my final.
that's main character energy.
Wait, please listen to it.
Wait, hold on. I want to see Lee's reaction.
God
This is
damn
main character energy, dude.
I really
Just wait for the beat.
don't.
If he already got there, actually.
I was so mad at you again, just editing the fucking last episode. You fuck. I was like, I had to see that face
Zero.
again.
From like 5 seconds to 20 seconds, Richard. Listen and time it with that.
Oh no.
It's
Put it
good.
on the
again?
cat keyboard. Put it on the
Habits.
cat keyboard. It's so good.
Mr. Kitty,
Yep.
do you want me to
I
do
thought
it
it
on the
was a
cat
joke.
keyboard?
Telling you, dude.
Like the first 20 seconds. I mean, it's good. This is good.
I bumped this shit like when I'm driving to the gym at like 4 in the morning. I was like, this is main character vibes now.
This is literally pull up. Yes. Yes.
Oh no, I don't know about that part, but yeah.
It is. It's literally like 70 synthwave. I like it. It's cool. But that's like the thing that pops on fucking Jamie Lee Curtis and her fucking
Oh
leotard
yeah, this is synthwave.
gyrating to John Travolta because I get it, bitch. I get it.
It's literally synthwave. Nice.
It's good.
Yeah, I like that shit.
I had a synthwave phase. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I like really just delved into my fucking.
It'll
phases.
probably come out in Stranger Things at some point.
Yeah, I can see
Honestly,
this.
It will.
good song though.
What's it called? All right, cool. I guess
This is a good recommendation. I approve of this one.
my
Least
final
stamp of approval.
remarks.
Different.
What's it called? Stay safe out there. I guess kind of like make sure you surround yourself with good people. And
Be a good person.
listen to this is a fucking this kind of weird song because it is what's it called? They're Japanese band, but the title is in French. It's called S'il vous plaît. It basically just if you please. That's what it translates to. It's really good fucking Japanese punk. So go listen to that. And then yeah. Overall, thank you guys so much for spending another hour and however the fuck long this was. If you wanna what's it called? Do us a favor, give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment letting us know your thoughts. All our socials are in the bottom, and we will talk to you guys next week. So yeah, thank you guys. Love you.
Choo.